Hello world, welcome back to Agile on the Trail. I'm your host Voices, and today is Tuesday, July the 18th, making this Taco Tuesday and day 109 on the trail. All right, I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably did the most super sketch climb on the whole AT to date for me just now. Coming out of Palmerton, Pennsylvania, something that the hikers call the Scramble. And it is a straight up rock climb. Put away the poles, you're on your hands and your feet for a good portion of the climb, and you are pulling yourself up and over rocks and getting to some very questionable spots to climb up. At least for me, I don't have any experience in rock climbing. And yeah, it was really, really challenging. I'm in a complete flop spot. I've gone through like half my water already. But I'm at, I believe, the top or close to the top now. So you see it's pretty green. It's mostly level. And that was just the start of the day. And it's around noon. Did get a late start today. Yesterday we did 13.9. Was intending on staying on the trail and camping. And where I ended the day yesterday, there was no real good camp spots. In fact, a lot of the hikers I was around ended up pushing, just like me, to find other camp spots or other accommodations. Myself and Dante found a woman in town that is a trail angel, and she allows campers to use her backyard as a campground for free. She doesn't take any payments or anything like that. Her name's Rooster, trail name's Rooster. Contacted her, and she had spots for Dante and I, and lo and behold, Cyclops was there. So Cyclops and I have crossed paths several times. He was there as well, and it was just the three of us, with Rooster and her husband and her two adult children, and it was a good time. Woke up this morning, we had showers, we had laundry done. We went over to Bert's and had a great breakfast. So we had a late start of the day. Dante actually had to go and get his foot checked out at the VA hospital, so he'll be catching up later and probably blowing past me because he's a very strong hiker. However, I am going to push forward now and do as many miles as I can today. Again, the target is 12, probably a little bit more, depending on how much this climb just wiped me out. And I also have to drop off and pick up a package that I had forwarded. My brother in Virginia Beach forwarded a package to me, to a hostel or an inn or a suite or whatever they want to call themselves. And that is waiting for me 4 miles up the trail. So a lot to do today, and yeah, late start, but I should still get in about 12 miles today. Well, hope you guys are having a great Taco Tuesday, and I'll check in with you later. I sense an overlook. Oh yeah, and these are the rocks I've been going over ever since the scramble. Let's see if I can get out here. Bit of a haze. But yeah, sometimes the view is worth it. All right, let's get back at it. Okay, so I realize I'm just off trail, so I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit, but I ran across this rock structure, and I believe It's basically a makeshift hunting blind, I think. Because it's great during fall, winter, early spring when there's no foliage to look out over everything. Somebody put some effort into it. They even have like benches here on the inside, a little cover outlook right here, even some caches. Pretty interesting. Well, anyways, might be a hunting blind, or it might be like a sweat lodge type thing, or a little meeting place. I don't know, but it's a cute little structure. All right, well, I'm gonna find my way back to the trail because I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Talk to you later. Bye. The mystery of two paths. All right, I am backtracking, even though the path I've been walking on is white blazed. However, far out, the app I'm using, it says I'm on a side path. It's right next to the AT, which is that way. And I see where it diverts, it splits. So I'm gonna go back and check out what's going on here. All right, I think we have solved the mystery of far out versus the Appalachian Trail and my dumb ass getting lost. 1, I did get lost. 2, far out does not take this turn up the hill and then into the woods. Far out follows the road. Now, both paths basically parallel each other by about 50 yards, all the way until the next road crossing, which is like a mile away. When I came up here, was just following white blazes. I don't like, religiously look at far out. So I was following white blazes, and I went into the woods and was following the white blazes, but I got my head turned down and I was just following, the path that people had walked, and didn't realize I had turned onto a different path, a local path, which is where I found that cute little fort. And then I realized I'm way off path. So after talking to several thru hikers who also were thoroughly confused, got turned around and did the same thing that I did in their own fashion. Yeah, so I'm going to re-hike what they're marked as the Appalachian Trail. There is a note that I want to say. I did hike back the road. I did hike down to the road and hike back here on the road. It looks like the white marks, the white blazes for the Appalachian Trail that were on the trees were washed away on purpose. Like they looked like they were scrubbed away. So does look like this is the right path. Far out still has the road as the path, and far out just needs to be updated. All right, I'm done talking. I'm gonna get to hiking. I've already warned Dante about this little interesting section of the AT. I'm not making great miles today for the time spent. The scramble really took out a lot of time, and this really set me back probably a good 45 to an hour doing all this. Okay, I'm done rambling. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'll get back with you later. Hey everybody, remember this, where I was lost or thought I was lost? Well, apparently I wasn't lost. Now, I just hiked up from that trail over there. There hasn't been a white blaze in a good minute, but the trails are evident. But just taking these steps and then turn around and boom, there's a white blaze. So apparently I wasn't lost. Far out is not updated to the current AT in this section. And the white blazing on this new section of the AT trail can be sparse at times. Oh, there's a new white blaze right up there. All right, well, I'm going to explore this new AT section and know that I cannot fall back on far out to tell me if I'm on trail or not, because it's not updated. What I can do is I know that the road that far out says is the AT will lead me out of here if I need to backtrack out. All right, well, time to do some old-fashioned trailblazing. Well, somebody already did it. I just need to figure it out on my own without the help of GPS. All right. Ooh, look, view. All right, I'm gonna get to it. I'll see you guys later. Okay, I'm on, I guess, what's supposed to be the AT. It's white blazed somewhat, but when I'm crossing rocks, look at this. So whoever built the trail and worked on it, and they did a lot of work on this trail, where we're crossing rocks, they made it an effort to put rocks that are laying flat and put gravel in between. So it's almost like a rocked paved road. It's easy on the feet. I can see where I need to go. Even put rocks left and right to say, hey, here's your boundary. And this is actually kind of nice. Actually, it's not kind of nice. It is nice. And, you know, compared to, you know, my most hated part of the trail, which is, you know, the roller coaster, where they just dumped a whole bunch of rocks facing up to tear your feet up just because they can. And they did. And I hate it. It's still my most hated part. I hate it with a passion. But this is cruisy. I like it. This is what, like, if you're going to do a trail through rocks and you want people to walk it, I mean, people will walk that. And they're able to look around and enjoy nature. Oh. And they're still accomplishing trail erosion because they have rocks. Rocks don't erode very fast. Practically not at all in our perspective. So guess what? It's a win-win. I like it. Whoever the trail group did it, you have my full approval. Hopefully you guys are able to get Far Out updated and the ATC to officially change the AT trail if this is not it. Although I have seen white blazes, so I don't know. I mean, whatever. But I like how they did the rocks. Flat rocks for people to walk on, step on, up or down, flat, rocks on the side to let you know where the boundaries are. That's how you do it. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Kudos to those who did this awesome trail work for this trail that hopefully is, you know, the official part of the AT instead of just walking down a gravel road. All right, I'm gonna get to it. I'll talk to you guys later. Well, this day definitely did not go as planned. I'm not even 10 miles into a hike and it's end of the day. Let's see here. We started off, well, in Palmerton. Got a late drop in onto trail around like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Hiked up a very steep ascent called the Scramble. And yeah, it was a scramble. Put my trekking poles away and yeah, that was rough. Got it to the top, had to take a break, hiked on. A lot of good views up on that ridgeline. Then hit the power line. I was following white blazes until there were no more white blazes. I checked Far Out and it told me I was off trail. Thought I was lost. So I go back almost a mile to the power lines and realize Far Out's the one that's not updated. The white blazes are the trail. So double back, follow the white blazes, and they're a little sparse in a lot of areas, which is where I thought I was off trail. Anyways, was able to hike what is supposed to be the Appalachian Trail versus the old Appalachian Trail, which was just a dirt road, down to the intersection where it was the Deluxe Countryside Inn, which is basically Rooster's house. And Rooster and I have conversed in phone call and text messages about my brother forwarding a package that was sent to him by my roommate. I hiked down almost a full mile off trail to her place. And yeah, I was the only one there. Her and I chatted for a while. She gave me some soda, gave me my package, and there was way too much in that package. I just wanted my throw sack and some gloves. Dale, I'm sorry. Those were the wrong gloves. It's okay. It's all good. But the throw sack was there. So Rooster gave me a ride to the post office, and I sent everything back that I wasn't going to carry back to my home address. Back to you, Dale. I did keep the throw sack though. So my pack is a little lighter. Back to using a throw sack and not an sack. Then Rooster drops me on trail, and there's a group of hikers that I've never met before, hiking right there at the interchange. And they have a plan to go to Blue Mountain Ski Resort, which all we had to do was hike up just back to the ridgeline, across the road, you know, so we're still going northbound, not backing up, but back up to elevation. Hike a little ways, take a side trail, and boom, we're at a ski resort that's out of season. We hit the bar, we order food and drinks, stayed there for about 2.5 hours, and now we're back on trail. I haven't even walked 10 miles yet, hiked 10 miles yet today. Oh well, I think I'll end the day somewhere around 8, if I'm lucky. I have about hours of daylight left here. I'm just looking for a stealth site. Then I'm gonna stop, set up camp, and hopefully get an early start tomorrow. I'm up on the ridge. Shouldn't be any major climbs. Just straight up hiking for most of the day. I'm less than 30 miles away from the Pennsylvania border. That's getting me somewhat excited to finally get out of this very rocky terrain. Yeah, I do know it continues past Pennsylvania, but it's a morale booster to get out of Pennsylvania, out of Roxavania. All right, that's been my Taco Tuesday. Oh, speaking of Taco Tuesday, I did have blackened salmon tacos at the ski resort. They were good. So I had my tacos. Did you have your tacos? All right, guys, I'm signing off for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed your Taco Tuesday, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow.